Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you come across this video. Thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so very much. So I thought to start off while we were getting some people in here, we'd do like a short collective because I do feel like there's some things that may be happening this weekend. I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. Feels like something may be happening this weekend, okay? But let's see. So let's dive in. Hey Skyler, how are you? I'm doing okay. Feeling like there's I don't know, some sort of excitement around this weekend, if I'm being honest with you. I feel collectively for sure. Everyone's doing great. Everyone is doing great. Kids are at school right now. Maui's laying here waiting for me to be done doing all the stuff. Hey Sylvia. How is everyone? Yeah, he's vibing. For sure. Jasper's also being quiet, so Getting your kids ready to go back to school? Yeah, I know how that goes. Okay, so it can be stressful for sure, but I'm sending you all of the peace and temperance and groundedness. And wishing for very small school lists. You know what I mean? Hey, Kels. Okay, so like I was saying kind of in the beginning, I feel like there's something going on. I feel like I need to get, a short message out about this weekend. And then, yeah, we'll do some readings for donations if anyone wants them. And we'll go from there. So, yeah, there's something, I don't know. It feels exciting. I don't know what deck. Okay. Got it. Hey, guys. Hey, Christina. Okay. Yeah, no, it feels like something good, and then that siren just went off. I don't know. Or maybe it's not exciting for all. It does feel a little intense. I don't know if anyone on here has Patreon, but that was crazy. Is there, like the Empress with the sun here. Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. Is there like a significant, is there like a full moon this weekend? No, we just had a new moon, so that would be too soon, right? Okay. There's something, okay, so first of all, I feel like a lot of you, if there's something that you can feel coming, you maybe don't know what's coming. There's something about, because the Four of Cups are here with the strength, right? So there's an energy of trusting what you don't know, okay? Something about that, like trusting what you don't know, especially with the moon being here, right? Yeah. I feel like there was something that maybe kind of challenged uh, this, okay? And it feels like maybe this weekend there may be some sort of, because it feels like behind the scenes there could have been some like things going on that was like preventing something from moving forward or something from showing up, okay? But it seems like this weekend or like, you know, over the next few days or something like that, there's something about this, I heard, coming full circle, okay? I do get the feeling, has anyone been feeling like, and this isn't like a paranoid, like looking over my shoulder, right, type of feeling watched, but like just observed type of feeling? I don't know. There's something about that coming through as well. Hmm. Why is the Four of Wands reversed? Dang. This is something about some sort of instability. You may, again, there may be some sort of communication. Yeah, there was some sort of, it's almost like I feel like, again, there was like a test and your, and trusting the process, right? Trusting what you don't see, okay? Um, but it feels like it brought up, yeah, here's the Page of Wands, right? Here's that like watching energy, I'm telling you. With the Chariot, this is coming in quickly. Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's like been thinking about something here, right? This could be like, I don't know. But whatever it was, there was something that was going on. I feel like there was purpose to it, okay? I don't know. I don't want to call it a test necessarily per se, but there could have also been some sort of like outside interference, okay? Trying to trigger some sort of like lack or confusion or having you like, you know, make moves in the wrong direction, right? But it seems as though you've moved through this, right? Because if this is coming through, you know what I mean? Yes, Cash App still works. Let's see. Skyler. Okay. But yeah, so it does feel like, yeah, look, with the Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, this could definitely be associated with work or some sort of finances. I think it's tied into maybe some sort of like stability, right? There's something about kind of, yeah. And for some of you, it's because of some sort of observation that's been done. For others of you, you know, not necessarily, you know, this Page of Wands is just like a messenger, somebody of good news, right? But look, we have Justice with the Ace of Cups. That's the overflow, right? There's like, there was something that was challenging your, again, your faith or your trust, or like in the process or in the divine or in your ability to create or to manifest, or where you were headed or what was happening. You know what I mean? Like there was something about that, right? There does seem to be some sort of like interruption here, but I do feel like it served you because you're coming out on the other side. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, as within, so without, right? So you did, with this Justice and this Ace of Cups, it's like, yeah, you tapped into that overflow. Yeah, and then I heard, here it comes. Page of Swords, King of Wands, communication, quick action. Somebody's taking action to work with you here, possibly. Three of Pentacles, collaborate. So, yeah, I just heard big news coming. Big news. Okay. So, anyways, this is what's going on this weekend. It feels like it's like you're definitely going to be feeling better about some sort of stability, some sort of security, some sort of path, some sort of, you know what I mean? Because it seems like you know, yeah, the Fool. It's not that you are a fool, right? But you were kind of, there was kind of a taking a leap of faith here, right? Yeah. So, anyways, okay. Yeah, some sort of exciting news or something here. It does. It feels intense, right? The energy, I don't know if you can feel it, but it does. It feels intense. There may even be some sort of like, again, you may not be the only one that's being observed here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do Skyler, and then Christina, and then Bree. Thank you all. I love you guys so much. Perfect. Okay, so Skylar, we'll start with you. And then, like I said, Christina, and then Bree. I love you guys. I'm excited. It does feel good. Now, there may be some sort of like exposure, or, you know what I mean, going on, or you may have to like, I don't know, something, but there's something that's, you know, kind of the scales are balancing in your favor, okay? And you're stepping into some sort of like overflow, okay? In some type of way. Now, this like feeling of stability, right, could be through anything, right? Maybe it's not necessarily money, but like community, or you know, I don't know, family, friends, shit, I don't know. You know what I mean? But however, you know, companionship, or job, or I don't, and which would essentially be money, but like there's something, or like life purpose, I don't know, but there's something that's like, that was lacking, that's not going to be lacking, okay? And I think that whatever it was, it's like you filled that hole emotionally, and now there's something that is coming to fill that, like, externally, if that makes any sense. Okay. Okay, so what does Skyler need to know right now? What does Skyler need to know at this time? I've seen that a couple times. During the pre-shuffle, it's the Three of Swords. We have the Emperor with the Ten of Wands. Seven of Cups. Okay. I feel like there's something that's bugging you right now. Okay, it could have to do with like an Emperor energy. And it's like almost this, yeah, we have the Five of Cups down here with the Magician, the Three of Cups. This person could be kind of manipulative, or because it feels like they're also confusing. It's also like, yeah, there's something where the root of this frustration, I feel like, is coming out, right? Hold on. Three of Swords, the Emperor, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's like there's almost like this energy of like, I didn't even really like, why do I feel this way? Right? Like, I didn't even, you know what I mean, like that person, or I didn't even like that, or I didn't, you know what I mean? There's something like that, but it's because Sun card, the Four of Cups, it's almost like this is the Judgment, the Nine of Wands. Kind of this inner child wanting to kind of prove yourself in some type of way. And if it's not that you didn't like it, it's like, but there is some sort of confusion about why you're like feeling some type of way, like, what the F, Yeah, and it's there's some sort of like part of you that has something to prove still, right? And it's not just, I don't say that in a way of like, that it's necessarily a bad thing, right? It's just still a part of you that needs to be addressed, and let her know that she has nothing to prove. You know what I mean? Like, nothing at all. Yeah, with this Four of Cups here, it's like, kind of a settling energy. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like this is what's kind of coming through here. Yeah, we have the Chariot with the Five of Pentacles, the King of Swords with the Ten of Swords. This is you know what I mean? Like leaving this person, essentially making this person feel out in the cold. which then brings back this Four of Wands, this hermit feeling here, feeling, you know, stable and secure, and, you know, it being on your own. It's almost like whatever the situation was, it like unnecessarily like caused some sort of burdens or stress or something. But it was a trigger here for this part of you. It is a masculine energy. And I don't know if it's, you know, romantic, friendship, family, but it is somebody who thinks very highly of themselves, okay? And not to say that they don't necessarily deserve them, but I do feel like it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's some, yeah. Yeah. So if this isn't currently put you in your head in a way, right? But don't allow it to, right? Because it's triggering this part of you that is, you know, yeah. Yeah, I was getting a phone call. Sorry, guys. I ignored him. No, it's not just you. That's so funny. But yeah, this, I don't know. I don't know the situation. This is what you need to know, my dear. Yeah, the Seven of Wands, though. Yeah, I don't know. You're welcome. Okay, so Christina was next. Hi, Arlie. If that's how you say your name. Yeah, for sure, Skyler. I agree. I agree. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so Bree, I think I saw you want to know how your trip with Eric is going to go at the end of September. Is that correct? Yeah, I see that. Essentially, the real questions you want to know: are we restarting an old cycle, or are we starting a new cycle? Here is what it feels like. Is what I see here: Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Four of Wands. Yeah. Let's see. What can Brie expect for her trip with Eric at the end of the month? I do definitely feel like it's going to be a good time. 4 of Cups in reverse. We have the 6 of Wands. I don't know if there's going to be like a beach or anything, but this Page of Cups makes me feel like there's, you know, obviously going to be some outdoor time. But I'm wondering, because with the 10 of Swords, with the 10 of Cups here with the 2 of Swords, what is this Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Wands? That's giving like sneaky energy, but I feel like it's in the past here. Because we have the 7 of Wands over here. That's a Hierophant, the Knight of Swords. Sun, the 3 of Swords. Knight of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. King of Cups. I think you're going to go. I think you're going to have a good time. I think that here's all I'm going to say on the live, Bree, is that I think that Eric is being tested. But from what I can tell, he passes. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Because I feel like there's some sort of like, I don't know if he's had some sort of breakthrough when it comes from the root of maybe his heartache and why he does some of the things that he does. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, Mexico sounds nice. Yeah. But this is what's going on. I think she's delayed maybe just a little bit. All right, my darlings. How is everyone? Should have brought a drink. Should have brought a drink. Okay, Kels. Thank you. So does anybody have any like Labor Day plans? So in my town, it's like they do a big thing. There's like the carnival and live music everywhere and, you know, all these different things, fireworks and parade and all this stuff. So, That is what we will be doing. uh, and it should be a grand old time. Okay, so Sylvia and Kelsey both donated. Sylvia's came in right before Kelsey's. So Sylvia, I'll let you go first, dear. Yeah, it's always fun. This probably sounds so cheesy, but it's very nostalgic for me on this weekend because, you know, one, it reminds me of the Sandlot, right? Because it's such a small town, and it's just also, I don't know, in a weird way, but also it's just, I don't know. It's the best weekend of the year around here. Oh, okay, I got you, Sylvia. Okay, so, Kels, you go first. Ooh, you're painting your door? What color? Skyler, you gotta study. Anything in particular? Oh, I bet that's gorgeous. Truly, I bet it's so pretty. Okay. What does Kels need to know? What does he need to know? Alright. What does Kelsey need to know? Ooh, somebody's lying in your midst. Somebody amidst that I'm not using that word right, but for whatever reason it wants to come out. Someone in amidst your presence or something like that is lying like a mother liquor. Okay, they have beef. Kelsey, Queen of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords. That is a liar. Love you, Brienne. That is a liar, okay? Five of Swords, they have beef, okay? Okay, but the World card. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Maybe this is coming to an end. Maybe this person wasn't lying to you, girl. Because we have the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Emperor. This feels like somebody, like, defending you, right? Somebody's like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? With the Moon card, I'm not sure that you know that this is going on. Yeah, with the Justice. Yeah, I want to say liar. What was that? Jim Carrey movie where he said liar in that really funny way? Yes, a liar in her midst. That's it. Thank you so much, Skyler. My gosh. Anyways, yeah. But with the World card and the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Emperor, this is like somebody shooting this person down and being like, that's enough of that. Okay? Yeah. That's enough of that. That's quite enough. Okay? Yeah. Anything else she needs to know about this? This is like an Emperor energy that's like shutting this down. Okay? High Priestess. The High Priestess is kind of like sometimes someone that's hidden here. Well, you could be seen as this High Priestess energy, honestly. With the Four of Wands, the Empress, the Magician, the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I feel like this is maybe how you're being viewed, right? You look good. You take care of yourself. Shit works out for you, okay? You're secure and stable. You're tapped in. You're connected to something, right? You know, higher than yourself is essentially what these people are saying, right? If I'm like, you know, picking up off the energy of, you know, the defense that's coming from this person with the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, the Justice, yeah. Okay, is this family or is this personal? Ooh, got a lot of wands there. I know whoever was quick to do all that was, you know, is feeling the burn now. Is this family or is this a personal thing? Ten of Pentacles reversed, not family. Three of Wands might be something, might have something to do with some sort of ship coming in. Okay. Yeah, the Hierophant with the Five of Wands. This could be like some sort of like, with the Hierophant, it could be like, it could even be like a promotion. It could be like, you know, something, I don't know, but it feels like something that there would have been competition for, okay? But with the Hierophant, that's like taking something to the next level, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, so it makes sense? Perfect. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever it is. It's being shut down though, right? You're being seen for who you truly are, okay? But confirmation that there is somebody who's trying to throw you under the bus. You know what I mean? And it's not even like justified. Ew. Ew. We don't even like that. Well, girl, Sylvia, you better only accept a healthy relationship. But maybe do you want to know what like the next one that's coming in, is it for healing or is it a like a blessing? Like, is Sylvia's next relationship a lesson or a blessing? That's a bad look. Like going out of your way to lie about somebody. Ew. Yeah. But, you know, not judging. People do things from a space of survival or whatever makes them feel safe or whatever, you know. It still just is not a very good look. Okay, so... Okay, so Sylvia wants to know if her next romantic relationship will be a lesson or a blessing. Oh! Four of Wands, totally a blessing. Yeah, same, Kelsey. Yeah. Let me get a little bit more on this Knight of Cups, because sometimes, oh, okay, but he's coming, okay, yeah, this is going to be a King of Pentacles energy. We have the Four of Wands, King of Pentacles, okay, with the Knight of Cups. That's, you know, moving from the heart space, right? That's not moving with, you know, lustful intentions or anything like that. This is somebody that's very solid, very stable, very grounded. I feel like balanced. They make very like, I don't want to say calculated decisions, but wise decisions. You know, there's a good like work-life balance. Like this, you know, this is definitely a good yeah, this is somebody who makes investments, or they invest, or they, you know what I mean? Like they, this is also somebody who will defend you, who will stand by your side, you know what I mean? Who will protect you if necessary, right? Yeah, this person, yeah. This person may actually be currently like trying to get rid of someone. If I'm being honest with you. Okay. And that has nothing to do with you. That's just to let you know what's going on. So if that's the case, right? There could also be something mirroring in your life that maybe you're also trying to like get rid of. And this may bring you a little motivation to get rid of it because energetically, like monkey see, monkey do, you know what I mean? Obviously you can't rush divine timing or anything like that, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a blessing, okay? Yeah. And there's an energy of like, I feel, Sylvia, I don't know, I don't want to call it like hyper independence, but there's kind of this, you may have had to be in your masculine energy, okay, for like a while, okay? And it's going to be really important that you allow yourself to be in a feminine energy, okay? Because not to say that that anything could threaten this connection, okay? But it's just going to be good to keep that balanced, okay? Because this person is in a healed masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? So let them lead, if you get what I mean. Like, not control, right? Not control. Let them lead. Okay. 10 of Cups. Booyah. Right? Right, Maui? My handsome little prince. My handsome little dude. Okay. Ryan, my darling, would you like a reading? Thank you, everyone, for donating to this weekend's festivities fund. The kids will appreciate it. I'm so glad you did too. I love that. I'm excited for you, Sylvia. So yeah, you get to finally be in a feminine energy. That's lovely. Okay, whatever Ryan needs to know, you got it, sir. All right, what does Ryan need to know? Met a girl named Daisy. I don't know where that came from. She almost drove me crazy. Woo! All right, what does Ryan need to know? You may have dodged a bullet, Ryan. I don't know. I don't know if it's a girl, but you may have dodged a bullet. Yeah, Ace of Swords with the Six of Cups, something in the past. Or there's some sort of, tell me more about this. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's I don't know if there's been something that's been kept from you. Because I feel like there's some sort of possible like communication coming in when there's something you don't see coming. Tower, Nine of Pentacles, the moon, right? There, and this moon card always gives me this energy of like, you know, they're looking at a telescope up at the moon, right? You know, it always gives me that energy of being able to like do that, right? Have time to, you know, do that, and the energy and, you know, the emotional capacity and the mental capacity to think, oh, let's go get out our telescope and look at the moon, right? Look at the stars. Like there's, you know, it feels very healed, right? It feels very safe and secure, especially followed by this Nine of Pentacles. Right, I don't know if there's something that I feel like there's some sort of communication. Knight of Swords coming in very quickly with the Six of Pentacles. This would be given back to you. Now, it doesn't necessarily, it could come through money, right? This could have been energy that you've given out in the past, right? That wasn't returned, or, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like there was something that was held on to. It wasn't, yeah. But yeah, there's some sort of, something like that coming. Yeah. Paula, did you see that Patreon reading? That was intense. I was like, whoa. I was like, man, I feel like I'm in rooms right now that I would never typically step in. I'm telling you, it was like, I wish, so sorry, Ryan, back to you. Yes, there is something that was held back from you or that was kept from you, and it's some sort of energetic return that's coming back very quickly, okay? Yeah, Six of Wands. Because some sort of victory here. You may have emotionally moved on. You released something, okay? Some sort of heartbreak. And now there's some sort of communication that's coming in very quickly. But yes, you're very welcome. Thank you. Shelly, I didn't see your email. You didn't email yet, did you? Okay, I gotcha. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. But yeah, no, it was intense. I was like, whoa. You know, because it felt like rooms that I know that I've never been in before, right? Like, yeah. Very mischievous energy. Very like the kind of stuff you see in movies energy. Okay. And I'm like, you know, first when this started coming through, I'm like, I'm checking all the, you know, things that I've watched lately. I'm like, is this just something that I'm like, you know, but I know better than that. I literally was energetically in a room I've never been in before. Like, Terrence, what would you like to know? Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Okay. So it's like a busy weekend this weekend. So depending on when you email, because it's like a big weekend around here in town and stuff, and the kids, there's all this stuff to do, Shelly. So I'll get it back to you as soon as I can. Yeah. Read your future. It's not quite like that. I'm definitely interested to get your email though, because that was messy. And if this is associated, that was messy. And I am so glad that the energy that I picked up on, that you weren't really like associated, right? Like that you weren't really like, yeah. Woo. Oh, you guys are awesome. Like in the messy way though? That's what I mean. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, but okay. I gotcha. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it later. Do you have any plans for this weekend? Labor Day weekend? Nope. Yeah. We'll just be doing all the stuff around here. That'll be fun. It shall be fun. So there's is there a link in the description box for Patreon? Sometimes there is and sometimes there's not. I don't know. Why do you feel like that? I was gonna try to find the link, but then... Why do you feel like it's checking the gun? Or jumping the gun? Checking the gun. It's crazy though. Back to the Patreon. I can't keep that song. I can't get it out of my head. Okay, cool. Something bad. When's the right time though? What makes it the right time, Christina? Like, or what makes right now not the right time? Thank you, Skyler. Mostly money. Okay. So, and this is something that I also need to like take advice on. But when and don't let me like tell you how to spend your money, but maybe like something, maybe this is like helping you, I don't know, there could be like, this could be trying to help you break through some sort of limitation maybe, right? That there's like not enough, or you'll run out, or you know what I mean, more won't show up in time, or so think if you wanted this is only if you want to like try to tap in and see where that kind of like worry is coming from, right? That's keeping you from like living in the moment, right? You want to take your kids to see Colorado, but you have this like looming thing that's like limiting that, right? If you want to look at that, just imagine yourself going on the trip and spending money, right? And then wherever that kind of triggers you in your body, just focus on that feeling for a little bit. You know, like we usually trauma spot or whatever. I totally get it. It's I would definitely like right. Yeah, there's like this it's like you can see through the veil, right? But there's maybe no like physical evidence right now. If that makes sense. And that's something that I've been kind of for me lately, to tell you guys like the wound that I've been working through regarding actually this exact situation, is that there's not enough for me, right? That I just get kind of like what's left over, or like you know what I mean, or that there's nothing that's, you know, and I know this isn't true, but this was the program, right? That there was nothing that was, you know, special for me, especially created for me, or you know, so I just get scraps and leftovers and what's left and that type of thing. That was the belief, and this is what I've been working through. Hell yeah, I remember that boat trip. So like before this live, right? Like I came on and I was like, you know, because I was kind of working on that a little bit, and I kind of shifted my frame of thought of there's plenty for me, right? The service that I have to offer is priceless. You know what I mean? And it's priceless. And, you know, I even told myself people just have hundreds of dollars laying around to throw at me because of my gift is so unique, right? Like these are just things that it just was a way to help me like reframe, you know what I mean? The way that I show up, right? Because that has a lot to do with it, the way that, you know, the way that you hold yourself, the way that you show off, the energy that you're putting out, right? Because before, when I'm just running through that programming of there's just, you know, I just get the scraps, I just get what's left over, you know what I mean? You know, that you kind of energetically show up differently than you do in this other space, you know what I mean? Hey Val. Oh, I see you. Okay, what's your question, dear? favorite movie. That's so hard. One of my favorite movies, for whatever reason, I'm feeling guided to say Mermaids right now. Freaking love that movie. It's one of my top faves. Or Chocolat. Love that movie. Anyways. No, Shelly, you're the best. I love you so much. Have a great appointment, okay? Ooh, you got accepted. Yay. Okay. Yeah, with Cher. Exactly, Skyler. So you have to wait for the house, okay? Okay. Okay. All right. So you have a very soft energy. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that you're soft-spoken, but I can feel it kind of in a way. Very gentle. Not heard, but okay. All right, so what does Valerie need to know about her move? Will they be happy? When? About? Can we get some sort of estimated time? Possibly, and the energy. Ooh, okay, so Ace of Cups. So the Ace is always a yes card. It's also like overflow and fulfillment. Like, this is good energy. This is also a 1, right? So this could be this, you know, 1, it could be 1 week, 1 month, but it could happen quickly. Let's get some more on it. But I feel as though this Ace of Cups is very good energy around the move, around the way that you will be feeling about it, okay? I heard after you get settled in, like that feeling isn't gonna go away, okay? You've had to be pretty strong, huh? I feel like you've had to be pretty strong, for sure. And I feel like that time of having to, like, you know, be strong all the time might be coming to an end. There's something about that with the 6 of Wands. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is good. And there's 2 6s out here, right? The strength is number 8. We have the Ace. We've already passed the 6 month. So I'm wondering if it's like 6 weeks or something like that. Because surely it's not 6 months. You know what I mean? But with 2 6s coming out here, I feel very much so that it could be like 6 weeks here. Right? 1 being maybe a month to 6 weeks. Yeah. This is beautiful though. It's going to be great. Okay? It's going to be great because they're showing me the 6 of Wands in this way that I've actually never really seen it before, right? The 4 of Wands is that security, that stability, right? And then the 5 of Wands is where you kind of go through that internal conflict of like, holy shit, do I fucking deserve this? Because you've had to be strong through life. The Six of Wands is where you just know that you're worthy and you bask in this beautiful overflow and fulfillment and things like that. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever kind of channeled that with the Six of Wands, that kind of, you know, but yeah, this is good. Very, very good. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yes. Yes, it is. It will be a great move. And that's confirmation. October it is, huh? I just heard no, it is so. So that'll do. That'll do. Ace of Cups, I feel like everyone's going to be real happy, okay? Where you go. Yeah, look at this. We have the Queen of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. That's you making shit happen, right? Like, yeah. I feel like it's going to be good for everyone. Yeah. Oh, you are too. Thank you. And I'm sending you all the luck on your move, even though you're not going to need it. Yeah, it's going to be good. You know, the kids may take some adjusting, but, you know, honestly, the feeling that I'm getting with your kids as well is that they're pretty flexible, right? Like that they're, you know, there's not a whole lot of resistance. There may be some, you know, but I get the feeling that they're going to enjoy it as well. Yeah. Yeah. I think that yeah, no, I really do feel like it's going to be good. With that Ace of Cups coming out, I think it's going to be good for everyone. Not I think, I know. You know what I mean? Like with that initial coming out, first thing, talking about the whole thing, it's a good move for everyone. Woo-wee. Yeah, look at you go, Christina. You're very welcome. Thank you. Have a good night, Skyler. Love you. That was a sweet reading. I liked it. Yeah, guys, it's, what time is it? 1 o'clock? Well, I guess I probably have a little more time. Sure. Absolutely. Does anybody feel like time has kind of slowed down a little bit? Not in a bad way, like a good way. Just like usually when I would look at the clock and it would be like way later in the day or whatever, it's like earlier than I thought. And I'm like, oh, cool. there's more time. Roger that. What's your question, darling? It's so lovely. Okay, so it's really funny that you ask, because in the last reading, I did kind of pick up on, I feel like where you're going because of the Six of Wands. There was actually two people in that card, a masculine and a feminine energy, regardless of your, your preference, right? But it, and the Ace of Cups. So I almost wanted to say, and I think there's maybe love there for you, but let's see, okay? Because I feel like you're being, divinely led right now, okay? When it comes to this move and stuff. So let's talk about romantic love for Valerie, okay? What can we know about romantic love for Valerie? When and where is her person? Anything we need to know about him? All of these things. Yeah, so that's, closing the past, right? Six of Cups, Seven of Wands, the World, that's closing out the past. And I feel like I'm wondering, with the World being there kind of in the middle, that makes me feel like that's kind of, this move is kind of closing this out, right? We have this Queen of Wands. It's going to make you feel very good, okay? Four of Pentacles. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So lovers, yeah, three of Wands here. This is definitely something like coming here. This is like down the road. Okay. There's some sort of subconsciously, there's still a part of you that is like, there's still kind of like a wound. No, I don't want to say it like that. There's still something you're healing from. King of Swords energy. Somebody who's sharp, not very, and this could have been a father figure. It could have been a past relationship. It could have been something like that here. Okay. But I feel like there's an energy coming through of maybe feeling like you have to compete for love, or that was something that was taught to you in some type of way, or you know what I mean? And you may have unknowingly displayed that at some point. And maybe you didn't display it, but there's like this almost this subconscious kind of programming, you know what I mean? Or kind of this, but I feel like you're moving through this, right? You're healing this. And part of it is, I feel like, you know, kind of having this new, fresh start here. Because I do feel like that, you know, with the lovers being here, that there is definitely somebody, and here's that Six of Wands, exactly like I suspected. That's the exact card that had me feeling like I feel like your person's even there in this new location, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, we have the Ten of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. Exactly. This is you kind of turning that betrayal and that heartbreak and all of this stuff from the past into this Ten of Pentacles energy, right? That's that family here. So, and you know, kind of achieving a lot of it. Nine of Pentacles kind of on your own here, you know. So yeah, with this Five of Pentacles, with the strength, you know, this is being, you know, kind of being left out, or, you know, again, I don't feel like you consciously feel that way, but there's a subconscious part of you that's still kind of healing. You know what I'm saying? Recognizing and remembering your value and your worth, and that whatever happened in the past is not necessarily a reflection of you, but of what this other person was experiencing at the time. You know, all these different things, right? And that takes time, especially if you experience the same wound over and over and over again, and there was this repetition from different people, right? And then you start to like believe it. You're like, well, what? You know what I mean? And that's what you're releasing. Okay, that's what you're healing from. But there is definitely, I feel like this is a little bit down the road. Not like, you know, 10 years or anything like that. But it feels like, you know, you go, you get settled into the community, you know, you kind of get established a little bit in that type of way, you know, give it a little bit of time, but there's absolutely someone there for you. You know what I mean? So, and it's I think it's so funny that I like literally I almost feel bad for you paying for another reading, because I almost freaking told you that I think that there's someone there. So, but next time I'll just say it. I you know, you think I'd learn by now. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get like, is there like maybe some sort of timeline? Because that's hard, right? Because two people working through things to try to align to each other, and time not being real. But maybe we can see, you know, because there are some things that are written in the stars, right? And it's just, you know, the things work out so that they align on a certain day or whatever. You know what I mean? So let's see if we can get some sort of like idea of a timeline here. Do we have any idea of a timeline of when Valerie may meet this person? So the Justice card coming out, that could be like November, especially with Major Arcana number 11. It could be Libra, or even some, yeah, Libra season, which is that September to November, isn't it? So it may not be that, it could be this September, right, to November. It could be next September to November, right? It could be 11 months from now, which would be about almost next September, right? Like there's something about the fall, okay? Yeah. That's hilarious. Well, this is another confirmation for you that things will go your way, or everyone will be treated fairly in the situation. And I understand your situation, and so things will go your way, right? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go. I think it is time, probably. Ah. You know? For sure, Christina. Absolutely. I love a good hot dog. I know that people judge hot dogs, but some hot dogs are not so bad, I don't think. I don't know. Ooh, Ireland. Gosh, I bet it's gorgeous even when it's raining. See, you know, it's so funny. It's like to you, that's do you live there, right? Like you're from there. So like to you, that's normal. And I'm like, gosh, I bet it's gorgeous. Hot dog. You don't have hot dogs? It's probably good. It's probably yeah, it's probably a good thing. 'Cause, you know. I love them though. Best kind of weather. Okay. The nudge that Christina is feeling to move away, is she feeling that correctly? Is that some kind of guidance? Or, wow, girl, I feel like it is, you are feeling it correctly. Ace of Cups, the Hermit. I think I saw the High Priestess. Let's see. Let's get some information on this. The nudge that Christina is getting to move away. What does she need to know about this? Mm. Okay, so this nudge may actually be because we have the Four of Swords coming out at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands being kind of like a new path. The High Priestess here. So here's what I feel like. There is something about if you want to move, this is not saying no, don't move. Okay? This is saying, though, that part of what you're feeling about this move is actually coming from, we have Ten of Wands, the Seven of Cups with the Five of Wands here. So, you know, this is kind of, you know, this is feeling burdened, right? This is feeling like, I don't want to say like you have to run, but there is something about feeling as though maybe something can't be recovered, or like you know what I mean? Like there's, but this comes from, you know, something that is, you know, it's a trauma response is what it is, right? But again, I don't want you to feel like, because we also have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords with the Justice here, which makes me feel like it's like, I don't want you to feel like that the actual idea of the move is necessarily a bad idea or a no-go, but the reason, the root of where that came from is some sort of trauma response. Because I do feel like there is, you know, something about definitely being able to, like, you know, recover from something here. Okay, with this Justice coming out, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Three of Wands is some sort of, you know, yeah. Val, I just come live as I feel like guided. Sometimes it's a couple times a week, sometimes it's no times a week. I should have a schedule, but I don't. I'm probably not as disciplined as I should be, if I'm being honest. But I do have a website, so if you ever want to book a personal or whatever, I just like to do these to give people an option to, you know, so it's, you know, you can choose, you know, what to spend. Christina, but yeah, this is, sorry, coming back to you. It feels like I said, I don't think it's a bad idea, but I think that the root of it is, I don't want to say the root of it. Maybe the feeling of urgency when it comes to it, or something like that, that may be maybe like a trauma response. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Sarah. It's so hard because, you know, you just never know how I'm going to be feeling, right, as the medium and the alchemist and, you know, all of that. You feel different all the time. No, it's not like that bad, but you know, some days I have it in me and some days I don't. And some days I just have other stuff going on, and you know, a lot of times I just follow my guidance. I just follow the inspiration, you know. I am a Leo. Sarah, okay. Is Sarah going to get a new car? These are for donations, but it's okay. We'll just ask real quick. We'll just get a yes or no. Is Sarah going to get a new car soon? She needs a new car. Let's get Sarah a new car. Come on down. Yeah, we have the Empress with the Sun card. Yeah, you're attracting that. You're manifesting it. You're attracting it. With the Magician, don't play with me. Sarah, yeah, you're manifesting a new vehicle, okay? Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands. This is when old things break down so new things can form, okay? But yes, the answer is you will be getting a new vehicle, okay? Oh, I totally get it, Christina. I totally get it. And I think that's, I think that it's like, right. You know what I mean? Like, again, that's why I like hesitated. I don't want to say don't do it because I don't think that it's wrong. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel like there is something there that's trying to make itself known when it comes to like an old program. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're welcome, Sarah. Word. Hey Ash, I'm doing readings for donations. I am. I was getting ready to go, but if you would like one, I can hang for a minute. I can hang for a second. Oh, I'm a Leo. Leo Sun, Cancer Moon, Libra Rising. A flower. Thank you. Libra North Node. Okay. I gotcha. Alright, guys. Well, I think I'll go. I'm starting to get a little sleepy and hungry. I need some lunch. Something for some lunch. Oh, goodness. Gemini lots. No, I don't have any hot dogs. Probably not hot dogs. Maybe a turkey sandwich or I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, we will have a good time. It usually is a really good time. So, and I appreciate all of you. I hope that you guys all have a great weekend as well. That's funny. Yeah, my dad's a Gemini. Love him. He's my dad, but I'm not going anywhere. It's so this weekend in the States is Labor Day weekend, and my little small town they celebrate it in a big way. We have like a carnival and live music and parade and fireworks and all kind of stuff. It's fun for us and the kids and I, and it's even better because I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to look for parking. I can literally just walk out of my house and find something to do. You think your dad was too? Yeah. So it should be fun. I'm sure it'll start shortly after school's out. So I should probably eat and rest up. Ash, I'll get a couple cards for you. Yeah, I kind of took a break. I really thought I was walking away from the business. I don't know that I am at this point because there's been a lot of things that happened since then that it's like, if it's your calling, it'll keep calling type of thing. And the phone has been kind of off the hook. So it may just be that like maybe I'm shifting away from social media and doing it something a little bit more personal. I don't know. But anyways. All right. What does Ash need to know? Any advice? Anything she needs to know at this time? Just a couple cards here. Okay, so I feel like there's a decision that you know the answer to, but it's like you don't like the answer, and I've been there. I've been there so many times where it's like, I don't want that to be the answer, but I like confirmation. The answer is not what you want it to be, and I feel as though there is something about this, right? Making this decision or whatever it is, right, that helps you move forward in some type of way. Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, right, that will kind of bring in yeah. There's also something too about you attracting something at this time, drawing something in. So, be very much as much in your feminine energy as you can, Ash. Okay. Don't be chasing things right now. Okay. Not to say that you are, right? And I just mean like anything, not people or anything in particular, just anything, right? Because there's something that's that's, look, this person's like, here, this is for you. That's what I'm saying. You're attracting something here, but there's a decision that you know the answer to. Again, I don't feel like you like the answer, and again, I've been there before where I didn't like the answer, and but confirmation, you know what it is, and that will help move things forward. Okay. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Trust me, every time I'm like, man, there's more work to do. Can't I just be... But then, you know, the more I dive deep, I'm like, okay, I see what you're just saying, you know. I get it. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. Awesome, guys. All right. Well, I'm going to jump. And I will see you guys later. I love you very much. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.